Family, welcome back to day 7 of the Golden Ant Castle. Can you imagine? Right on this tiny piece of land, intense battles have taken place, with countless blood and tears shed. Now, the battle has finally come to an end, and the victorious side seems poised to embrace a new future. But the story behind this is far more complex than you might imagine. Today, we're going to dive deep into the world of these ants, exploring their survival intelligence and social structure. This isn't just a simple story about ants. It's a profound reflection on survival, cooperation, competition, and sacrifice. In the following sections, I'll guide you through every key moment these ants have experienced, uncovering the survival strategies and behavioral secrets behind them. So, are you ready? Let's begin unraveling the mystery of the Golden Ant Castle. Looking back over the past 7 days, this civil war between the ants has been filled with bloodshed and cruelty. 2 ant colonies fought fiercely over this territory, with countless dead ants scattered around each day. At first, their goal may have been food, territory, or simply survival. But as time passed, the conflict escalated, becoming nearly uncontainable and almost never ceasing. Eventually, only one colony survived, wiping out every member of the opposing group. Through this process, I witnessed the ants' astonishing adaptability and survival instincts, willing to do anything to ensure their species endures. It deepened my understanding of their social nature. Their world is so brutal, yet teeming with vitality. Today, I provided them with a new water dispenser, much larger than the previous one, so they could better maintain the humidity inside the nest. You might ask, why is humidity so important? In fact, humidity is crucial for the ants' survival, especially for their nests. The humidity within an ant colony directly affects their reproduction, larval hatching, and even social activities. Proper humidity ensures the nest stays warm and moist, allowing the ants to survive more easily in an otherwise unfavorable external environment. With the new water dispenser in place, the ants can now better maintain the internal conditions of their nest, which means they can start focusing on reproduction, gradually building up their colony. This also marks the beginning of a new cycle, the true revival of the Golden Ant Castle. While the water dispenser is an important improvement, food remains the key factor determining whether the ants can continue to thrive. After the failures with ham and apples, I realized that the ants are picky eaters. Their food preferences are closely tied to their species' characteristics and lifestyle. Through constant trials and observation, I've started to figure out their tastes. First, the Fesh's arch-backed ant, a small ground-dwelling species, is especially fond of sweet foods. They particularly love sugary liquids like syrup and honey, which not only provide them with quick energy but also stimulate their foraging instincts. Their way of eating is also unique. Typically, they eat until they're full and then feed other ants to promote group cooperation. However, despite my efforts to prepare food and observe their reactions, many times they didn't seem particularly interested. This led me to think that perhaps their survival needs are far more complex and varied than we imagined. Although the ants inside the nest have regained some stability, I noticed that external ant activity is still quite limited. Most ants are staying inside the nest, with only a few worker ants exploring outside. This made me wonder, are these ants exploring new territory, or are they still on high alert, ready to face new enemies? By observing the 2 worker ants outside, my guess seemed to be confirmed. These 2 ants weren't fighting as they had before. Instead, they were communicating with their antennae, seemingly discussing their next move. Moreover, as they explored, they kept trying to climb higher, likely looking for new territory or potential food sources. What was even more poignant was that near the body of another dead ant, there seemed to be a dying worker ant. Watching it slowly perish, I couldn't help but reflect on the natural law of ant society: only the strong survive, and the weak perish. This survival law keeps their colony vibrant, helping them stay self-sufficient in their environment. After these days of bloody battle, only one colony of ants remains alive in the nest. These ants can finally begin to grow and expand without external threats. I believe that in the coming days, they will bring new life and hope to their colony. These ants are no longer the enemies of old, but are now focused on reproducing and building their new empire. This process is not only a cycle of nature but also a remarkable testament to survival intelligence. The strength of ant society lies in its balance of cooperation and competition, with every individual working tirelessly for the benefit of the colony. Today's story doesn't end here. The future of the Golden Ant Castle is still full of uncertainty and challenges. As the ants stabilize, will they successfully reproduce and create a new generation of ants? How will they face future challenges? These questions remain unanswered, and together, we will witness how this fascinating world of ants continues to evolve. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. More incredible stories about ants are waiting for you to discover. Dear family, what do you think? How will these ants develop? Will they face more challenges, or will they settle down on this territory and thrive?